On today's city roads, where bicycles and cars share spaces, sometimes things don't go as planned and legal advocacy is needed. Today's guest will share one case in particular to help shed light on the legal process in case we're ever in an unfortunate situation ourselves. Attorney Michael Akiva of the law firm of Jacoby Meyers joins us today. Hey, Mike.
Hi there, how are you?
We're doing good. We're ready to get your insights today, Mike. So I wanted to ask you my first question just to start things off. You have a case that handled a case that left your client in an unfortunate situation. Tell us about it.
Sure. So we got a call from a potential client who was riding his bicycle with his grandson. And as they were crossing a shopping center driveway, a car came out and hit the grandfather, and it left him both hospitalized and paralyzed.
Oh my goodness. Okay, this is a very unfortunate situation, and I'm sure you had a number of challenges to overcome in advocating for this client. How did you approach the legal battle?
Sure. So we explored every option available to him. We started, of course, with the driver of the car who hit him, but as it turned out, the driver only carried minimal insurance limits. And what that means in California is it's only $15,000 in insurance coverage, which in a case like this is obviously not enough to cover his loss. So it led us to focus on the accident scene itself.
And let's talk about the scene of the accident. What did you uncover there that would be important in your case?
Yeah, so as we investigated the scene of the accident, what we found were there were these overgrown bushes on both sides of the driveway. So as you're exiting, you couldn't really see the sidewalk from either side. So we took some measurements, and what we found was the bushes exceeded the legal limit by a few inches. But we made the claim that that was enough to contribute to the accident itself.
Okay, and then let's talk about the physical environment at the scene. What key detail proved important in the case as well?
Yeah, so the biggest key detail was we found a municipal code that had the right height for the bushes, and because this was just a little bit too high, we just made the claim that this was the contributing factor to our client's loss, and that was crucial to this case because, as you can imagine, there was a lot of finger pointing between both the driver now and the owner of the shopping center, saying both of them are at fault for the accident. But we ended up pursuing both of them aggressively.
Yeah, and having to take a look at all aspects to find a resolution. Can you share the outcome of the case and its impact on Mark's life as well?
Sure. I mean, it was a prolonged battle, but at the end, we got Mark the justice he deserved. Not only did we get him a 7-figure settlement, but we were able to get him in front of the right doctors to help him regain mobility in his legs so he could have a meaningful relationship with his grandson again. And so from both a medical perspective and a legal perspective, it was a truly, truly inspiring result.
That's good to hear. And any takeaways for our viewers, especially as it comes to the legal implications of bikes and cars sharing the roads?
Yeah, so the laws surrounding bicycles and the legal limits between cars and bikes. So, there's a legal limit between how far a car can be from a bicycle on the road is ever changing. And anytime there's an unfortunate incident between a bike and an auto, my best recommendation is to call an attorney just to get advice to see what options are available to you, because sometimes the straightforward option of just pursuing the driver of the car isn't enough in cases against a bicycle because just the injuries just tend to be so high.
Yeah, and especially with bicycles and cars sharing the road, we want to make sure we're keeping both safe. Why should our viewers choose Jacoby and Meyers?
Sure. I mean, we've been around for over 50 years. We have over $2 billion in settlements. There's really no case we haven't seen. And even for those cases that are just novel and new, we have a team of attorneys who are just the best in California. We get top results for our clients, top settlements, top verdicts. Every single year we're voted #1 now for the past 5 years in California. And so we have what it takes to bring these cases to justice.
Alrighty, and any final takeaways to share, Michael?
Just be careful out there. It's so easy for a driver to miss you when you're on a bicycle. Be well lit, have reflective clothing on. Anything that will make you more visible to a driver is super critical just to avoid that unfortunate accident.
Yeah, I want to make sure we're keeping everybody safe while commuting. Michael, thank you for joining us this morning. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Alrighty, and you can find out more by going to jacobyandmeyers.com, or you can call the number you see on the screen, 1-800-992-2222.